Imagine you're on a plane, flying over the Andes Mountains. Suddenly, an alarm blares. The plane violently shakes, and then darkness. This isn't a movie script. This was the terrifying reality for the passengers of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 in 1972 when the wreckage was finally found. 72 days later, it was a miracle anyone was alive. And a huge part of that miracle can be attributed to one person's incredible refusal to give up, Nando Parrado. Nando was just a 22-year-old rugby player when the plane crashed. He woke up from a coma 3 days later to an unimaginable scene of devastation. His mother was gone. His sister was critically injured and would soon pass away. All around him were the bodies of his friends and teammates. The freezing cold was relentless, food was non-existent, and hope was a luxury they couldn't afford. It would have been so easy to just lie down in the snow and let the end come. But Nando didn't. As the days turned into weeks, the initial shock wore off and a grim reality set in. The survivors heard on a small transistor radio that the search had been called off. They were presumed dead, abandoned on a frozen mountain peak. For many, this was the final blow. Despair washed over the camp. But for Nando, it was a turning point. He realized that if they were going to be saved, they would have to save themselves. He told the others, "I am going to walk out of here." It sounded insane. They were weak, starving, and had no mountaineering gear. The Andes are one of the most formidable mountain ranges in the world. But Nando's determination was infectious. He wasn't just talking about saving himself. He was talking about getting back to his father, the one family member he had left. This personal mission fueled an unbreakable will to live. Nando, along with his teammate Roberto Canessa, began preparing for the impossible. They fashioned a makeshift sleeping bag from the plane's insulation. They saved the largest portions of their meager food rations for the journey. It was a desperate gamble. After 60 days on the mountain, the two set off into the vast, snowy wilderness. They had no map, no compass, just a belief that west was the way to Chile and to salvation. For 10 grueling days, they climbed treacherous peaks and navigated icy valleys. They battled exhaustion, frostbite, and the constant gnawing hunger. At one point, after a brutal climb, they reached a summit only to see more mountains stretching to the horizon. It was a soul-crushing moment. Canessa wanted to turn back, convinced they were doomed. But Nando, looking at the endless peaks, had a different perspective. He refused to quit. He convinced Roberto to keep going just one more day, and then one more. Finally, on the 10th day, they saw it, a green valley, a sign of life. They descended and eventually encountered a Chilean farmer who alerted the authorities. Nando, Parrado, and Roberto Canessa had done the impossible. They had walked out of the Andes. Nando then guided the rescue helicopters back to the crash site, saving the remaining 14 survivors. Nando Parrado's story isn't just about survival. It's a powerful testament to the human spirit. It shows us that even in the darkest, most hopeless situations, a single person's refusal to give up can change everything. It's a reminder that our own mountains might seem impossible, but with enough courage and determination, we can find our way to the other side. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of incredible human resilience. See you next time.